Am I slightly tearing up? World Cup champion is... Hello everyone, welcome back to another RCFC video. Today we're going to be doing my World Cup predictions because World Cup's in 2 days at the time of recording this video. Starting off with Group A, we've got to get into this quickly, is Korea, Mexico, South Africa and Czechia, and I kept that the same. I think it's good. South Korea is a strong team. Mexico is obviously good, home turf, that'll really help them. South Africa is a big surprise. I feel like they're going to surprise everyone. Players like Lyle Foster in there are really going to shine. And then you got Czechia. I feel like maybe a little bit of bias because I don't like the way that they knocked out Ireland, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to perform and keep up with the amount of games that they're going to be playing. Now moving on to Group B, the one I actually didn't predict. The first one I predicted by accident is Canada, Bosnia, Qatar and Switzerland. So I'm going to move Switzerland up here to the very top. I'm going to move Bosnia. And then Switzerland, Bosnia, Canada and Qatar is my formation. I think Switzerland have proper quality and players like Granit Xhaka, Dan N'Doye. Anyway, then Bosnia, strong, beat Italy to get into the World Cup. That Italy are a strong side. You never underestimate Italy. They did really well to get that far. And then to eventually beat Italy. Canada third, obviously home soil again. I don't think that they have the quality to beat out these teams, but obviously as you'll see later on, I will pick them obviously to go through the third place team because they're not bad. And then I have Qatar. They're just not a great side at all, and I don't think that they'll be able to do much. Right, moving on to Brazil, Morocco, Haiti and Scotland in Group C. And I'm going to move Scotland there. I'm going to move... There we are. That's my group. Morocco are really good, you know, Brahim Diaz, Achraf Hakimi, all these players that will really lift them to the next level. Officially AFCON winners. Like ethically not. Realistically not. I just think that they're a great side. I think they'll be able to do it. Scotland are my surprise in the tournament. I think that they're a great side. People are really underestimating Scotland. Players like Scott McTominay, John McGinn. Obviously they've now like young players like Tyler Fletcher, but he isn't going to do much. But you know, like they've a lot of strong players that I think are decent. I think they'll do well. And then Brazil, they've fallen off a little bit. Vinny Jr. is going to do well. I just don't think that they're held together like glue. You know, Igor Thiago, all these, they're all kind of new enough sides. And then Haiti, I just don't think will be able to compete. This is kind of a group of death. Okay, moving on to Group D, then we've got USA, Paraguay, Australia and Turkey. And first thing I'm going to do is move Turkey there. And that's my formation. Turkey, obviously, I think Arda Güler, all these players, you know, that's who you're thinking about. You're really going into it, Kalahanglu, all them. I think that they are glued together, and I think as a country they're very patriotic, very passionate about football, and I think that they will be able to edge it over in this group. Then we got USA, home soil, and a weak enough other two opponents other than Turkey. And then we got Paraguay, who I think also will be used to the climate. Also Australia will be as well, but I think Paraguay will be used to playing on this kind of soil. And also the World Cup pitches look really bad, so I think USA will be able to do a lot. And all this could change if the pitch conditions and the actual like game conditions aren't the best. And I think that's how the group's going to pan out. Not much of a change there, just moving Turkey up to the top and then letting all the other teams drop down. Okay, so then we're moving on to Group E, which is Germany, Curaçao, Cote d'Ivoire and Ecuador. And I'm going to move Cote d'Ivoire here. I'm going to move Ecuador here. I think it's pretty straightforward. Germany, a strong side, stronger than most of these teams. I actually wouldn't be surprised if that's how the group ended. But I think that's how the group's going to end. Just based off, hopefully this will be right, and I think that's the strongest prediction you can give. Ecuador over Curaçao is obviously going to be, you know, kind of an easy prediction to make, seeing as Curaçao is the smallest nation to ever get into a World Cup. I just don't think they'll be able to compete, especially against Germany, and Ivory Coast have been really well. They beat France in the friendlies and all this, and I just think that they're a great side, and that's why I put them where they are. In second place, going straight through. And then we're moving on to Group F here. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden and Tunisia. Now, Netherlands, I don't think will finish top because for me, Japan are my dark horse. Obviously, Netherlands second, Sweden third, Tunisia. I wouldn't be surprised if Sweden went second because they're also one of my dark horses. I think that they're a great side and I wouldn't be surprised. But as a safe bet, I'm going to put Netherlands there with Sweden and Tunisia as well. I think that that's a fair enough prediction. You know, Tunisia, Hannibal Mejbri, not a lot of other big names. That's probably their biggest name in the squad. So moving on to Group G, then we've got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. I'm sorry, Iran. I think they're a good footballing nation. They say don't bring politics into football. I don't think Iran are going to try. I think Iran will forget about politics, but I don't think that you're able to ignore what's going on with Iran and America at the moment, and I think that's the problem. Will they be able to do it on American soil? How different will the pressure be from, even if they don't feel it, I think it's just going to kill them. And I don't think their performances will be as good because of that. Then we've got Belgium first. It's pretty straightforward. Belgium are the best side in this four-team group. Egypt and New Zealand. Egypt would just put it out of New Zealand. If there was nothing going on with Iran, I'd have New Zealand last. So I think that's how it's going to end. Alright, moving on to Group H then. Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. Here's a surprise for you. Saudi Arabia second. I don't see him as a bad side. People see him as a bad side. I watch him in friendlies. I don't think that they're a bad side. I wouldn't know much of their players, but you don't need to know players to be able to watch him on the pitch and watch him in friendlies and all these. I think that they're a much better side than people think, and I think people are underestimating them. Then you got Uruguay, who are a strong side, strong footballing nation. Nothing special, nothing huge about them this year either. Darwin Núñez, all these players. I know that they've got like Araujo and all them, but I just don't think that they'll be able to glue it together against a side like Spain, Saudi Arabia, obviously Cape Verde. Obviously Cape Verde aren't the best side in the world. I don't think they'll be able to do it. Hopefully for Pico Lopez though they do. And then in Spain are just unbelievable. They're just the best team in the world, I think, at the moment. With Group I then, France, Senegal, Iraq and Norway. Norway are going to finish, that's tough. Senegal are going to finish second. Norway then. France and Spain are the two best teams in the world at the moment. I think if you put France and Spain up against any other club, any other nation, they're realistically going to win. I see this as a World Cup final, Spain and France. It all depends how they glue together when it comes to the World Cup. I think they're going to find it handy up until they come up against a big established nation like Argentina or themselves. Senegal then second. I just think that actual AFCON winners. I think that they're a great side. Iliman Ndiaye, all these players, Sadio Mane. I think that they're well able to do it. I think they will do it. Norway were one of my dark horses. I think that they're good, but I just don't know if they'll be able to edge it out over teams like France, Senegal, and Iraq don't have great quality, in my opinion. Moving on to Group J then. Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan, and I'm going to leave it like that. Austria have quality, to be fair. I just don't think that they'll be able to edge it out of Argentina. And I think Algeria look good. I think they look good. And Jordan just, I don't know. They won't be able to do it. And now, Portugal, DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. How's that for a dangerous bet? Congo finishing second. I don't know. They could finish first. No, I'm joking. I think Congo are good. I watch them in the AFCON when they were playing, and I have seen a few friendlies. They aren't the worst side in the world. They're decent. I think they'll pull it out. Obviously, Portugal will win this. Colombia will beat Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan won't be able to handle it. And then Group L then is England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. So I think England, Ghana, and Croatia, and Panama. And there you are. I just think England are a good side. To our best third place teams, I think you got to go Canada, Sweden, Brazil, Uruguay, Croatia, Norway. Here's one for you, South Africa and Ecuador. I think that'll work. Okay, so now our round 32 will be Mexico. Mexico. I'm going to speed run this up until the quarterfinals. Mexico, Germany, Japan, unlucky, Morocco, France, Ivory Coast, Brazil, England, sadly, Turkey, Norway, Spain, South Africa, there's a surprise, Argentina, Portugal, Ghana, and I'm gonna go with Congo because they got an easy group there. Oh, here we are, Germany, France in the round of 16. Oh, France, I think will be able to do it. Japan will beat Mexico. Morocco will beat Ivory Coast. Brazil will beat England. There you are. Spain will beat South Africa. Norway will beat Turkey. Portugal will sadly beat Congo. There goes their run. And Argentina will beat Ghana. Now we're in the round of 16. Now we can talk football. France versus Japan. Japan are dark horses, but France are too good. We can go in with France. Then we got Spain and Norway. Spain are once again too good, and they're meeting in a semi-final. Morocco, Brazil. Group stage game. Morocco. Oh, will they? I think if Brazil get out of the group stage and get it this far, I think that they'll take on Morocco. I think they'll get them out of it. See you later, Morocco. And a Portugal, Messi, Ronaldo. Oh man. If Ronaldo gets this far and goes up against Messi. If Ronaldo gets this far and goes up against Messi, does he beat him? Yes! I don't think that'll be right. I don't think this will be right, but here we are. Here's a game on. Semi-final, France and Spain, Brazil and Portugal. Now we need to think. Put your heads together. I think Spain are well able to beat France. I think France are well able to beat Spain. I'm getting so excited over this because I love football and I cannot wait for the World Cup. A little bit. I'm tearing up thinking about this World Cup. I'm so excited. I think Spain will do it. They're too exciting. They're too exciting. And Brazil and Portugal, I don't know. I think it might be Brazil. But I don't want to say that for Ronaldo. And I want a good final. And if Brazil finish third in the group stage, they're not going through. Get out of here. Portugal are going through to the final. And here's our rivalry for you. Spain and Portugal in the final. And I think World Cup champion is Spain. I think there's never any competition there. Spain will do it. Ronaldo will cry on the pitch. Sadly, I don't want that to happen. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. This video is kind of quick fire. I know it'll be cut a little bit. It's 14 minutes here, so I'll cut a little bit. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notification bell. Obviously, leading up to the World Cup, I will make a World Cup video. It might come out during the World Cup though. So, like this video, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and go over and watch my Hull City series. I'm working so hard on that. I'm finding it so hard because they're not the best side in the world. And also, do not forget to go over and look at my other videos. They're great. They're, well, great. They're fine. Like, I'm getting better. I'm enjoying YouTube a bit more. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.